What's happening, guys? Sam Adams here, and today I want to talk about what would technically be considered an ad for Xbox, but they aren't really trying to sell Xboxes. Go ahead and give this a look.
Family means a huge amount. It's lonely when you can't meet with your family as regularly as you want to. We've really not seen a lot of our grandchildren. When they were younger, we were a much closer family.
My granddad, with his knee injury, can't run around with us in the garden anymore. We've stopped doing the things that kept us really close.
I can't connect with them in the way I used to. Hi.
I love.
It's all new but very exciting, Dylan. I'm relying on you to get me through this process. Initially, I was nervous and not quite sure what I was doing. Shall I change my car? How do I start the car moving? Right trigger to go forward. Hang on, I'll take my eye off the road. Hi, how you doing, Dylan? You all right?
Good, thanks, you. I think the best way to improve a relationship is to learn something together. What did you do today, Grandpa?
We went for a walk this morning, very nice walk. I'm on deck. How long were you on your bike today?
Oh, it was just like a little training session for like 2 hours.
Now we're getting time together. I think we achieved a small breakthrough there. Uh-oh. Grandma, stop laughing.
To be fair, he got good enough at Forza to actually play. Oh, what? Oh, you beat me, no! Oh, that's actually not fair.
Oh no, what have I done?
Around my age, when you're with your friends and you're out, what did you do?
When I was a young man, I was in the Sea Scouts.
It's been mentioned, but I've not heard the details, so I'd like to know the details.
Grandad, when did you learn to drive?
When I was 17.
Oh, and you passed first time. Okay. I'm scared of not passing and then having to like retake them. It's never not worth teaching someone something, and especially with your granddad. Teaching him something, but you're getting something more out of it. I'm not sure if I want to go to uni or not.
When I left school, the same age as you are now, it's not just about straightforward education. I don't think you're ever too old to start trying something.
Hey! Did you do it? So close.
We haven't had that dynamic in a long time. Do you want to play this time next week, or are you going to be busy?
What's our diary for next week? It's a chance that I didn't realise I might be able to have. I like to think it's something we could carry forward for many years.
After seeing that video, I wanted to make a response to it because it impacted me in a very big way. And first and foremost, the statistic, 1 in 3 seniors suffers from loneliness. I think that's probably much higher in 2020, and that's not just restricted to seniors. We've all faced a lot of issues in 2020 because of social distancing and social isolation. It's something that we are all coping with, but the senior community especially is struggling with that because imagine if you didn't have YouTube, you weren't sitting here watching me. Imagine not having social media. Imagine not having gaming to escape to. Imagine not having Netflix. Imagine not having Zoom or Microsoft Teams, whatever platform you use. Imagine being completely and totally isolated from the world outside of cable television and a phone. That's where a lot of seniors find themselves. And in this year, that's really scary. We've all seen the hashtag and the phrase gaming does good thrown around, and it's typically tied to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and the fundraising that is had on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook gaming from many streamers around the world. In fact, just this weekend, Dr. Lupo and many of his friends came together to create a collective $2.3 million in fundraising funds for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. That is phenomenal. But that idea of gaming doing good goes so far beyond that, and it can definitely be applied to what is seen in this ad, helping people stay connected, not only in this time of social isolation as COVID-19 continues to change the way that we live our daily lives, but outside of that, just in the way that we connect with people that might be from a different generation, maybe even on a different side of the world. While my grandparents don't even have internet, so this isn't even in the cards, I have seen a similar kind of happening with my parents, because after I bought an Xbox Series X, I started bringing it over whenever I would go visit them, just about every week. And so growing up, my mom loved Tetris, and she used to play with me all the time. My dad is a huge motorhead. He loves checking out the newest car releases from manufacturers around the world. He shows me videos all the time and sends me YouTube links. And so I saw an opportunity to show them the power of not only next-gen gaming, but of being able to come together and enjoy common likes and enjoy time spent gaming. And so just about every weekend, we're playing Tetris Effect Connected, we're playing Forza Horizon 4, and we're having a fantastic time with it. Up until this point in my life, I've always perceived gaming as kind of an isolation hobby. I never really played with too many people. I thought local multiplayer wasn't really fun. And growing up, I never really had too many friends to play with, so I didn't really have that kind of option ingrained in my mind. But the more that I'm playing with my family and the more that I'm playing online with friends, the more that I see the value that it can bring socially, the more that I can see how it brings people together, and the more that I can visibly see it spanning the gap that sits between my generation and the generation of my parents, and hopefully I'll even be able to show my grandparents what gaming can do. That sounds phenomenal. I wanted to make this response not only to highlight the video that I showed you towards the beginning, but to say, don't forget about the last generation. Don't forget about your grandparents, maybe even your great-grandparents. Try to build a bond with them. Try to connect with them, because when you find common ground, you can open up a whole new world of possibilities with your relationships. And I understand that everyone might not have that opportunity. Some relatives might have passed away. Some relationships might not just be salvageable. It might not be in the cards. And I totally understand that. But if you have the opportunity and you have the chance, at least consider showing somebody Overcooked. Maybe pick up a couple of easy racing games, some puzzle games that don't take too much time to handle. You would be surprised at how much you can bond through just simply playing a game.